Welcome. So, being in the moment is not enough. That's just the first step towards spiritual awakening. The next step is to remember. Here's your first shortcut. Memories take us out of the moment and into the past, while sacred remembering brings us into the moment and into the sacred presence, into the holy instant. This sacred remembering is a remembering of who we are. It's a remembering of our life's purpose or our mission. For some, it'll pose a question like, what the heck am I doing in Hawaii? Or, what am I doing in this job? Or, what am I doing in this relationship? Or it could be like, why have I allowed myself to be abused? And why have I allowed myself to be lied about? Basically, this remembrance will come as an acute awareness. And for some, it'll be simpler, like, what the heck? Where have I been? I feel like myself again. In the state of sacred remembrance, there's a deep sense of knowing. It's a knowing of exactly what course we should take and what steps should follow. This is an act of reconnecting ourselves with the universe or God. No one can really tell you exactly what this is going to feel like or look like, but what I can do is guide you and bring this wisdom to your awareness. However, there will be a shift in our perception with this new connection. There'll be a feeling of, or a sense of great stillness, deep stillness, and the presence of a sound mind, and the feeling of being connected to the earth, which we call grounding. You know, as earth citizens, we've become dismembered, and many of us are in pieces. And some of us are in fragments. So long as we're in pieces or in fragments, we're not our true selves. When we're not whole, we're not able to live the wholesome life we were meant to live. So we need to acknowledge this dismemberment and to consciously remember the self back together again. You know, in Hinduism, the world is regarded as dismembered. And the Buddha, who was Hindu, used to use a term called sati all the time, from his native language, Sanskrit. The word sati is usually translated to mindfulness in English, but if you dig deep, the word sati literally means the act of remembering. So the word mindfulness at its core means to remember. Our job as we travel on our spiritual path is to remember ourselves as we go. Let's be frank. It was the cruel intentions of others, as well as our own words and actions, that has caused this dismemberment, which has left us unholy, unwhole, and in pieces. But here's another shortcut. To live with wholesomeness, with true mindfulness, we need to revive, rectify, retrieve, recover, rebuild, recollect, and reconnect ourselves with our higher self. So remembering and reminding ourselves equals mindfulness. You know, people who live their lives from within the moment are in a habitual act of recollecting themselves. Their lives aren't perfect, but because they live life from the moment, they have that abundance of that chi energy, and they feel good, and they're usually successful. So no more spiritual secrets, no more spiritual mysteries. It's time for everyone to know the sacred knowledge of the ancients. The shortcuts I'm going to be sharing with you for the next few months are from a book that I wrote called A Shortcut to Buddhahood. It will be out soon, and every chapter is filled with aha moments of self-recognition. Some of the shortcuts will offer you a feeling of freedom. Some offer you a feeling of relief. Some reveal profound wisdoms, and some will offer you instantaneous healings. But it'll be up to you to sustain those healings. The world we live in today was designed to make us forget. And our job is to remember. I'm there for you. See you soon.